A grateful heart will be a magnet for miracles. Now, I found that quote online, and it's lots of different places, but I can't find the author for it. So if you know the author, feel free to let me know. But I think it's a great place to start for our discussion on gratitude. Now, you might go, well, gratitude and financial planning, how does that go hand in hand? If you'll give me a couple of minutes, I can explain to you how they go very much hand in hand. So, what is gratitude? Gratitude is taking a moment and sitting back and being grateful for some things in your life. And sometimes it's hard to get that perspective. If you're going through something difficult, it's hard to feel grateful. And so oftentimes I will, if I feel like I need to sit back and be grateful for where I am, maybe I'm in a very stressful time during my day and I need to de stress and I need to figure out how to move forward, I will take a couple minutes to think about how I'm grateful for certain things. And oftentimes, if I can't really get there, I'll start thinking about where I was at age 21. Now, at age 21, I really was unsure of who I was, what I wanted, who I wanted to become, who I wanted to be with, who I wanted to surround myself with. And I think a lot of us at age 21 feel that way. I just graduated from college. I was trying to pursue a career in the movie industry, and that did not turn out to be where I am. But I'm very happy and grateful for where I am because I'm very passionate about what I do and helping people on their financial journey. But I sit back and I think about my life back then. And would I like to go back and tell my future or my past self, these are some things you should change? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to start my journey in the financial world a lot sooner. I'd love to maybe find my husband a little earlier than I did. There's lots of things I would go back. One thing I would tell myself is stop feeding yourself that crud and, put some vegetables in your body a little bit. We never take care of ourselves because we're 21. We're young. We know what we should be eating, but we don't ever eat it. We always eat, ramen and stuff. I remember the Del Taco trips I would take after a night out. I mean, we all did that stuff, and we treated our body like crud. So that is probably one thing I would tell myself from the past is to take a little bit better care of yourself. But when I sit back and I have some gratitude of where I am currently in my journey, it actually inspires me to do better work. Have you ever found that when you sit back, you take a moment during stress, and you find some gratitude in your day, in your week, even in the last hour, or you just notice something like somebody says something, or you see something that really brings you some joy, and you take a moment to let that seep in and have gratefulness that that happened? Do you feel a shift in your perspective, a shift in your motivation, a shift in feeling like you can accomplish anything? If you haven't ever felt that, maybe you're practicing gratitude wrong. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But maybe you're not actually practicing gratitude. And so when we talk about gratitude and financial planning, it actually goes hand in hand. Because if you don't look back at your journey and find things that you have done right for yourself, it is very hard to move forward. It's very hard to set your goal and go forward on it when you can't look at the good things you've done in the past, because the past wins push you forward to the future wins, if that makes sense. So let's say your goal is to retire at age 65. Now, if you were working with us, there would be a lot more detail around what that goal really looked like. We would go through how, all the five senses to get you really motivated for that goal, because just saying I want to retire at age 65 is not going to motivate you to go there. Just saying, but we can do a whole other video on that. But let's say your goal is to retire at age 65. Well, how do you expect to get from, let's say, your current age of, I'm almost 42, so we'll use 42, age 42 to 65? Well, I've never done that part, right? I've done everything up to the age of 42, but I haven't done that last leg or last couple of legs, right? Because that's a while from now. So if I use what my past journey and the wins of my past journey, not the failures, not sitting back and getting down on yourself, but really looking at what I've done right, And how can I build on that to keep going forward? It will really transform that journey into something that gets me there actually faster. So I really say that if you haven't added a practice of gratitude in your life and you're struggling to get out of your current financial situation, maybe you've done really well up until this point, but you just don't feel like you're making those strides ahead, or it really looks like a desperate time. We're going through a hard time in the economy right now. And a lot of people are starting to feel like, how they felt in 2008. There are a lot of people who have not recovered from 2008 who are thinking, "Oh my gosh, I'm just starting to get it. And now the economy is doing this to me again." Think about everything that you've done right since 2008. What has changed in your life that you're grateful for? And that can actually help propel you through this bad time, because it is a bad time right now. People are getting laid off. We have high inflation. We're having higher credit card debt right now. There's a lot of bad things that are happening, but if you can stay in that positivity zone and not just be positive for the fun of it, but really think about what you have done right and how do you build. And maybe it's just continuing to do those right things. You eat celery and we go, "Oh, I'm good for the day," and you just don't eat anything good the rest of the day. No, how do I build on that? How do I have more celery? Or maybe I throw a radish in there. We build on the things that we do well, and building on that and having that gratitude really brings that to the forefront and lets you push forward to your ultimate goal, which is, in this case, retiring at age 65. So keep that in mind when you are doing your goal planning and your financial plan, and just bring a little gratitude in your life. If we can help in any way, let us know. We are here to be an accountability partner. We are here to be a sounding board. We are here to give you some ideas that maybe you haven't thought about. So give us a call if we can help in any way. One Vision Retirement, your retirement in 2020 vision.